What's up YouTube? Sethoran here on the daily grind for DC Unchained. I'm finishing my dailies. I forgot to do this earlier. I have to play 5 matches of Rank War, but I'm actually going to spend all my energy right now. There was a guy that was asking me to see my stats for Superman. I'm going to show you my whole Superman. It's almost. He just needs a couple of things. He has all his active skills with a basic skin maxed out, as you can see around here, all level 20. I'm still missing a couple of gears, but I do have gears level up for Superman. His breath ability has freeze enemy instantly, and the solar flare has this gear equipped, maxed out of course, full power, and the flight has 2 flights. He's only missing his sunglasses to add knockback. But I have been leaving that for last because it's kind of pointless since I have the skin now. And on his skin, he's just missing a single skill level and he will be maxed out. And the stats are pretty much meaningless because they depend a lot on what you have equipped as Valorium. So my Valoriums are not yet maxed out. And I'm going to up his attack some more. And this is not an ideal build for Superman. I have searched for one and I haven't found any that actually works for me. I used to run Superman with 2 critical blue Valoriums, but I have switched that for a critical evasion, but I have to up those a lot more, and I have added, instead of special power cost efficiency, I switched that for this newer green defense because that makes Superman tankier, and I'm experimenting. I took out one of his critical damage up for more cooldown, and I'm going to see how that works out. And I'm trying with all my characters to match the color of the Valorium because that gives you additional stats to see how the characters are when built according to their Valorium chart. But here you can see these are the values for the Valorium equipped: critical hit rate, critical hit damage, attack power. Most of my build is attack power, and I suspect that I'm going to switch the second cooldown for even more attack power once I get it. And here are the values for the matching color. It tells you the first Valorium is extra accuracy. Then, even though I have equipped attack power on the second one, the bonus value from that is physical defense. Then it gives me evasion, attack power on the fourth Valorium, then accuracy, physical defense, cost efficiency, attack power, evasion. So Superman has a lot of physical defense and attack power, and it's pointless to try to add evasion for him since he has so very few bonuses from the Valorium themselves. So these are built up, and this is the chart. He has very low HP right now. I think I can change that through vitality, but I'm still missing a lot, and I mean a lot, because I think the covers, the comic book covers go up to 250, and I'm still around comic book cover level 25 or so. So there's still a lot to improve with Superman. But as far as his build from Valoriums and skill ups, he is almost maxed out. Took me around 3 months of heavy grinding, and heavy grinding is quote unquote because I play DC Unchained around half an hour a day, split morning and night, and I don't really grind DC Unchained, the Unchained mode. So as you can see, Superman has some rather crappy stats. He's more like a jack of all trades, but you can build him real tanky, and attack power benefits him a lot. But I really want to see how he performs with full Celestial Valorium. So there's that. He is currently top 3%. And as you can see, there is still a lot of stuff to do with him. But as far as level, rank, and skill is concerned, the character is already done. And I'm starting work on Green Lantern, and I'm splitting some upgrades between Aquaman and Batman. And there's where you go. I think this is what that guy wanted to see, how much I rank on attack power. His Valoriums are not maxed out, but it's very difficult from what I've seen to match the maximum values unless you really stack Valoriums. And even though it doesn't pay to to modify your Valoriums so they are balanced out, it's also detrimental for your tune if you stack loads of a single type of Valorium into your character. Like if your character has very low defense, like for example Flash or Mera, then even if you fill up the board with defense Valoriums, your character is not going to have a lot of survivability because the character itself is not designed with a lot of defense in mind. Same for the guys that have very low attack power. Even if you max out on attack power, then it doesn't really work out. That's one of the reasons that Superman kind of works with very low cooldown, with very few cooldown Valoriums, is because he has some cooldown built in and special cost efficiency too. But I'm fairly high, 142% for critical hit damage out of 245, that's half. And I can switch in a critical Valorium anytime and get that damage up. But he doesn't have a very high critical rate. I mean, 2400 critical rate out of 12,000. That's not even a 10%. So it's pointless to have critical hit rate for Superman, and that's why I took one of his critical hit rate Valoriums, and I might switch back some critical evasion back for him. So anyway, these are Superman stats for my build. I post a little so you are actually able to pause the video and get a good look at what the character actually looks like. with that. And, can I get more dispatch? More dispatch. Let's go base, dispatch center, same group again, yes. And here's a quick tip if you want to level up your characters real fast to level 60. You get one of these base expansions. It's like $2 or $3, something like that. I think it's $2.50 because it's really cheap. Get one of these, and if you don't want to be grinding all day long on Unchained because that's very boring, you come here to the dispatch center, and the quest that actually pays better for leveling up, it's the watchtower maintenance. All of the first missions for every group of all the dispatch missions, in the very beginning you only have alliance and hero, and as you build up your dispatch center with upgrades, it's this dispatch command post. When you upgrade it to level 4, then you can actually get the 4 missions. But if you only have one, just run your characters on the first mission, and the package that I told you about, the vault, the dispatch vault, what it allows is for you to keep repeating quests without having to log in, so you can dispatch them in the 1 hour dispatch mission, and you will get that 24 times a day because it only lasts 1 hour. And you only have to log in once, cash in all the rewards for the day before, and the package for $2.50, it lasts 1 month. And it's not only for dispatch missions, it's also for the Valoriums, for the covers and the energy pills. So it saves you a lot of time. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna finish this dispatch. And well, as you can see, this is the one where reduces dispatch time. Upgrade. Well, later because it costs a bit too much. This one is a one-time buff that you purchase, and it lasts 1 hour, 1 day, 3 days, or whatever. For example, for a whole day, it will reduce the dispatch time it already reduced the time it takes to finish the missions, and you can do that several times. Has several upgrades. It can reduce the time 25%. So for example, the dispatch mission that takes 8 hours will be reduced by 1/4. That's 2 hours. So you could actually get it 4 times a day instead of just 3 times. And in conjunction with the base expansion, you can cache that without having to manually come back into the game, cache the mission, lose time selecting your characters again, and that way you can actually power train your characters very fast, very easily. Granted, this is a disclaimer. getting your character to level 60 is the least work while building your characters. A character with level 60 without valoriums, without covers, and without gold cards and silver cards for the skills is next to worthless. The only thing you achieve by getting a character to level 60, for example, this is my Catwoman who is not very well built, is that you have to buy your Valorium slots. If you don't buy Valorium slots, you only get 4. So you need the whole thing and get this started. And it gives you, getting your character to level 60 also gives you, unlocks your skills here. But the last skill, you have to rank up your character up to rank S. And for that you need gold cards and silver cards. You can have an sorry. You can have an S rank character at level 10 if you feel like it. And then you have to train him to get the actual skills, but whatever. But that's one way to power train new characters that you feel or that you want to bring up real quick. And if not, if you don't use the dispatch missions, then you can just grind Unchained. Well, that was the disclaimer for the video. And now we're going into battle. And why it took me so long to come into battle? Well, because because yeah, how to put this succinctly, rank war doesn't take long to finish. It's around 10 minutes to empty your energy bar, and this is my team for rank war right now. It's going to change. I'm building up Green Lantern and stuff, and I'm going to make Superman one of my summons along with Aquaman. So, but I have to build my characters first, and this is why the introduction to this video is so very long, because making videos about rank war here in this Unchained, the loading screen takes longer than the actual fight, and they are already capped at 2 minutes and a half. That's the most they are going to take, but most of the fights go in 10 to 15 seconds. It just really depends on what the other guy has equipped as tactics, and if he has good valoriums or not. See? Watch. I didn't do anything. Aquaman killed them. It takes longer to load the screens than what the actual fights last. But it's pretty cool. It's like programming your robots and setting them off to fight. Just so you don't get discouraged, see, I have a level 21 account, and I'm facing guys and beating guys that have level 30, level 40, and I have beaten even some level 70 guys, because apparently they don't know how to play the game. And this is not me bragging off. Maybe they're just abandoned accounts. Wow. How did he get to top 1000 with such a crappy team? Maybe they don't know you can set your actual defense squad. And that's real fulfilling. And for the guys that come from DC Legends that are subscribed to the channel, there's something strangely satisfying about logging in and seeing that your squad has actually won some defense matches, especially after investing a lot of resources into power building your Valoriums. Some guys refuse to upgrade Valoriums. Tell you what, you are not going to get a lot of Celestials out of boxes in this game. The game is designed for you to grind your ass off every day, getting materials to upgrade your stuff. Of course, you can save not a lot of money, but you can save a lot of time if you start from epics. Because the epic Valoriums are the pentagonal ones. When they become hexagonal, they become legendary, and once they have that rounded polyedric form, they're called celestials, and that's the highest grade of Valoriums that are in the game, the celestials. But you don't get those from quests, you don't get those from the missions, you don't get those from Unchained mode. You have to actually upgrade your Valoriums. So you will have to spend. Tell you what, epics are not really that good. They are good for holding the fort while you check out if a build works for you or not. But you have to upgrade them. And it's not difficult. It just really takes a lot of time. Like I switched a lot of Valoriums. In fact, some of the Valoriums from Superman I have switched to other characters. Once I realized that they weren't working out for the Superman build, because they were already upgraded, even if they weren't celestial. I had already invested a lot of resources in that, and I took them out of Superman and moved them over to other guys. Wow, the attack power is really something in Superman. He's defeating a lot of Aquaman. I only needed to do 5, but I'm going to show you the 10 fights. There's still a quest that I'm missing where I have to rank top 50 in this thing, and I haven't been able to do that. And I'm going to be a wuss and take this fight instead of the top one, because 10k power teams I just can't defeat, well, most of the time, and not because the character can defeat them individually, but usually a 10k plus team power means that they are going to be switching around very often. Wow, that literally took one. That literally took 1 second. Feels good, man. Feels good when you get to this point where most of the leaderboard is cannon fodder for you. Well, I will have to take this one, and it has a rank double S. Super Aquaman. God, this is going to be difficult. Well, what else? That's why you come here, to see stuff. That's one mean team of Bliss and Star Sapphire. Fortunately, Star Sapphire doesn't have her skin. Those were two characters that I couldn't care less about in the beginning, and they turned out to be real good on Rank War. Yeah, I knew that. This was going to be next to impossible. You see, because the real trick with Green Lantern is that he makes it possible to keep summoning the same overpowered character over and over and over. Yeah. One last try. I think that's it for me in Rank War today. Well, if you come from other games, in other games, when you come across a difficult PvP opponent, um, you can refresh your your PvP board. And those guys coming from DC Legends, they are used to having 10 opponents to choose from and spending energy to keep scrolling over and over and over until you get some guys that you can actually defeat. Well, it doesn't work like that in DC Unchained. You get 3 choices to fight, and I'm going to take the second one right now. You get 3 choices, and you have to wait around 3 or 4 hours for some guy to come and beat you or come and lose against you, so it pushes you higher in the leaderboard. Oh well, no, not really. Yeah, I have it wrong. That's on the live side of PvP. Here on Rank War, if you win, you take the other guys a step in the ladder. So you all can only go up. And if you lose your defense matches, you go down on the leaderboard. So you have to continually keep climbing. Well, I broke top 500. And that actually means something here because I'm actually at rank 492 right now. So I can actually keep climbing. But I have to, but it becomes way harder once you reach these places in the leaderboard. These are the guys. This is the top 25%, and the most I have made is top 10% once. So I really have to step my game up. I have to keep building my other characters because what I'm lacking right now are good supporters. For Rank War you need good supporters. And Green Lantern is kind of a cheat because he allows you to keep summoning one guy over and over, and the rest are just statistics. But again, it all depends on your Valorians. And that's the difference. Well, at least for me personally, it's way more fulfilling to play PvP on DC Unchained than it is on DC Legends. And there's this other game, Senseiya Online from Tencent. Oh wow, Captain Marvel. You don't see Captain Marvels a lot on the leading spot. Usually they are used as supporters. Batman and Flashes, yeah, you see those by the fistful. But Captain Marvel is relatively new in the game. He's like 2 months old, so not many have been able to experiment with him a whole lot. But he's actually a beast for PvP if built right. And most of the guys in this game are broken. Right? I'm gonna be humble. This is not a humble bracket. This is me really being humble. If you see me winning, and if you think that these don't last too long or that they are too fast, that's the other guy's fault because they didn't build their team right. Because some guys like this, I'm gonna get my ass kicked with this one. Yeah. Yeah, no way that the unholy trinity of broken PvP is not built correctly with a level 44 account. with almost 15,000 power for the team. Those guys are power up the gazoo. Bring it. That Green Lantern is not built right. I know you have something better than this. Where's your broken Batman? Now that's the character I wanted to see. Oh, it's going to be a fight of attrition. He's just gonna keep switching over and over and over for the better affinity matchup, and they're gonna bleed me down. But knockdown might save the day. Well, my Batman needs a lot more work. But I just upgraded the Batwing. I don't know if you know this, but the shots from the Batwing are green colored now. So they stun. And the stun lasts longer. Come on, I can win this. Green Lantern has nothing. Come on, Superman, pull through. Yeah, they're gonna run the clock. It's effective, but lame. And backwards too. It's lame, but effective when you run the clock. Completely valid. I'm not bitching, but I expected to get my ass kicked. There are some fights that I don't even know what happens in the actual fights because yeah, I'm gonna spend some gems, just these ones. You can go for the easy one and then the other guy goes away and I don't have to wait. The meta game is very different in this game. It's built around tactics in Rank War. By the way, do you want to see live PvP against the DC Unchained? I think I'm nearly ready for live PvP to start uploading videos of live DC Unchained PvP. I know this game doesn't get a lot of love because it doesn't have an actual official release in the United States. The game is Chinese, even though it has a translation. A rather wonky translation, by the way. It's playable. Woohoo! Top 400. That actually means something here. Well, that's gonna be that for the video, and like I said, I'm just unable. It's just impossible for me to make short videos for YouTube. Let's go back to see what the rank is. Top 20% at rank 392, and it's still Monday. This is the second day of the week, of the PvP weeks. The next reward is at top 200. Alright. And play Rank War. If you try this game, play Rank War, because even if you don't make it to the really top, for example, if you just stay at top 90% of the leaderboard, you're going to get a box of 26 featured character of the week and medal shards for your skins, and you get 98 random shards, one package for each family. And I forgot to record that the last week, but like this, when you keep climbing up, every time you reach a milestone, you get free end medal shards. Because I have seen some people, and you see these boxes have a lot of prices. They have valorium, they have metal. The magical mineral is to craft element X, and you get end medal shards and some money. So it's a good way to round up your resources to build up characters. Considering that you need 300 magical mineral to build one element X, oh wow. Money, 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 money. Your actual choke point, what do you call it? The bottleneck. Your actual bottleneck in this game is going to be gold cards, because those are the hardest to get. So you come here just to finish the video. Let me cash this in. You come to the exchange shop, and I can make one. And when you get 300 minerals, you can build a element X that you use to unlock valorium slots, and you need that in order to level up certain skills too, and to change your valorium from one level to the other. But you come here and you can exchange everything. For example, for end medal shards, I have seen people complain that you don't get enough. You come here, and once you finish a character, you can start using his shards for other guys. The exchange is 3 to 1, and the game won't actually let you build more shards than you have, and you just start pouring the excess shards for other characters into your main. In this case, it's Superman. I don't want to use Aquaman shards. And you exchange that to get the lot, because you need a lot of end medal shards to max out your character. For example, just the last level asks for 80 end medal shards for a single upgrade, so multiply that for 10 or so that you need, and that's 800 shards just to max out the character at the last level. So in total you need around maybe 2500 end medal shards for each character, and that's on top of the 200 that costs to unlock your skin. Anyways, that's all for the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel so you keep posted on the new material that I will be uploading. This was Sofonan for the Daily Grind. We'll be seeing each other the next time, and in the meantime, keep grinding on.